I have top surgery in about 3 weeks with Dr. Raphael in Plano, Texas, and I am getting double incision, which is surprising to a lot of people because I'm really small-chested and I'm a good candidate for keyhole or peri. And so I wanted to talk about choosing what kind of top surgery you're getting and also how to go about maybe choosing the top surgeon that's right for you. Not every person who is trans or transmasculine wants top surgery, and not every person that wants top surgery is trans or transmasculine. The first thing you need to decide is if you do want top surgery. This is something that I've known even longer than I've known that I was trans. As long as I have ever experienced dysphoria, a lot of it has been around my chest, so I knew once I saw what top surgery was that I wanted that one day. The thing is that it was really hard for me to decide what type of top surgery I wanted. There's two different types of top surgery, or two main types of top surgery. There's double incision and then periareolar, I think is how you say it. So double incision is a double mastectomy, which has the 2 incisions below the pec muscles and then nipple grafts. And then peri is where they cut around your nipples and then take the fat out that way and then kind of tighten everything up. Peri is only possible if you're really small-chested and you have really good skin elasticity. There's also keyhole, which is kind of like peri, but they only cut along the bottom of your nipple. So I had considered and really thought for a long time that I was going to do peri or keyhole, and I honestly still would, but for me I had to weigh the pros and cons of both. And at the end of the day, I felt like I would be happier with double incision. Even though I'm really small-chested and basically don't have to wear a binder at this point in time, my biggest thing that I am self-conscious about is my nipples. And your nipples are basically only guaranteed to be resized if you get double incision. Additionally, money came into play for me. I knew that I wanted to go local if possible, and Dr. Raphael is a really amazing surgeon. He's in Plano, Texas, and he specializes in double incision. I could have gone out of state, but then that would have added on to the already $6,000, $7,000 for surgery. You have to get then plane tickets and then staying somewhere, all of your lodging fees and whatnot. It just would have cost a lot more. So money and proximity was a huge thing. And also I weighed the predictability of results. I feel like a lot of people who get peri or keyhole end up having to go back for revisions. They have to get their nipples resized. They have to sometimes go back and get additional liposuction. And also you don't really know how you might heal because it all depends on your skin elasticity. I've never had surgery before, so I don't really know how my skin heals. I probably would have been absolutely fine, but I feel like going into double incision you kind of have a better idea of what you're going to look like coming out of everything. Also, scars don't really put me off. I don't think that I'm going to scar that noticeably, and even if I do, I have a lot of tattoos and I plan to have a chest piece one day. And even if I don't cover up my scars, I can build up my pecs enough that they sit below my pec muscles, or if they're visible, then they're scars, and they are part of this transition in this journey. So for me, at the end of the day, it really just made more sense to get double incision. So when I was looking to pick a surgeon, basically I used social media to find all the different surgeons that I wanted to consider. I had this really long, extensive list going on my computer and my phone, basically that said things like Dr. Raphael, Plano, Texas, $6,000, does or does not take insurance. Dr. Morehouse, New Mexico, $7,000, does take insurance. Dr. Argawal, Utah, $6,000, does or doesn't take insurance, that sort of stuff. I had this running list, and the way I found this was, one, if anyone I followed ever posted their top surgery results and I thought they were great results, I would screenshot that picture or write down that surgeon so that I would remember who the surgeon was. I then would reach out to a lot of these people and ask them about their experience with that surgeon, if they used insurance, how much they had to pay, if they were comfortable with telling me that. And I would just look for their before and after pictures, and I did a lot of research. I put together this long list. I practically found somebody from West Coast to East Coast, North and South, I probably had 20 different surgeons that are on a list of surgeons I still would consider going to if I didn't have surgery coming up in January. So I recommend going through maybe the top surgery tags on Tumblr or Instagram, going through some of the people that you follow or that you talk to, maybe going into some of the Facebook groups for trans people and seeing if anybody ever posts about their results. People always post their results. Look through the peri-areolar tag, the peri tag, the double incision tag. Look through specific surgeons tags. Just honestly, those hashtags made it so easy for me to find pictures and results, and then I would go to those specific surgeon sites, look at their pictures on their websites, which on surgeon sites their pictures kind of tend to be lacking. Usually they're almost immediately after that person has had surgery, so that's why I recommend looking on social media at different people, because they'll usually post like updates and how they've healed, so you'll get a better idea of what that finished product looks like. I hope that covered a little bit of how I went about finding information for top surgery. There's obviously a million ways that you can find lots of information out there, but I definitely recommend reaching out to other people within the community and using social media as a resource. It's really easy to look things up. Later this week or next week, I'm going to be talking about how to go about scheduling a consult and scheduling your surgery. And then later on, before my surgery, I'm going to be talking about prepping for surgery. So this is going to be a little bit of a top surgery series leading up to my top surgery on January 4th. You might have noticed my shirt. This is for the Passengers movie coming out December 21st, this month, next week, starring Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt. Be sure to check it out. Special thanks to Sony Pictures for all the awesome swag, and be sure, again, to check out Passengers the movie on December 21st. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and tune in to the rest of my top surgery series. And then be sure to check in January. I'm going to be documenting my entire top surgery.